time for the meditation experience. We defined it as an experience before day one because we knew that we would provide information and we would point you in the direction of sacred truth, but it is only through the recognition and the feeling of God within yourself that you know that these truths are real for you. God is alive and well within you and within each of us. As PG said, we are in a new month, a new opportunity to affirm something this year, talking all about our birthright. As I sat with the idea, what is something that we need to be reminded of this month? God's goodness, that we can receive that goodness whenever we choose, that we are a product of God's goodness and that we are supported in God's goodness. Whatever you consider goodness about the love of God, that's what God is. Whatever you consider greatness and prosperity and perfect health, all of those ideas are the goodness of God. Scripture says, and surely God's goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life. Mercy, loving kindness, as PG likes to define it. Surely God's goodness shall follow me all the days of my life. And guess what? You don't have to beg, steal, barter, bargain to get this goodness. It is yours by birthright. You don't have to suffer to get God's goodness. You don't have to be anything other than you are to receive God's goodness, if you allow it. And many times we think there are things that we must do to earn it. We don't. We are worthy of God's goodness. We were born worthy. We remain worthy. And so this month, our affirmative thought is, I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. Not just some of God's goodness, not just the things that I define as good, all of God's goodness. And by saying and declaring that you're open to it, you allow that goodness to find you. You don't have to search for it. As you are receptive to it, you are led in the ways to send you in the direction of goodness and also to be a magnet for goodness. I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. And from this knowing and this affirmative stance, let us prepare ourselves as a channel, as a magnet for all of God's goodness. Go ahead, make sure you're in a comfortable seat with your feet planted on the floor. Go ahead and raise the heels and lower the heels. Maybe raise the toes and lower the toes, making contact with the earth beneath you, with the divine feminine, that energy of Mother Earth beneath you. And as you are planted and rooted and grounded, align the ears over the shoulders, shoulders over hips. Plant the palms on the tops of the thighs. Look around the room. You're not in the past. You're not in the future. You're not worried about how to receive more of God's goodness. You're just here now. As the breath flows, as the goodness flows, we will move into our meditative time. Allow your eyelids to close and settle into the safety of your seat, right where you are. God is, and all is well. We begin by noticing the goodness of breath flowing. We make no judgment of the breath. We don't try to push or persuade the breath. We just are in gratitude for the goodness of breath. Whether it appears to be deep, appears to be shallow, it matters not. It is moving. Beautiful, everyone. Now we have the opportunity to take conscious control of the breath, to choose where it goes and how it flows. Let's bring our focus of attention and send our breath deep into the low belly. And together we're going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, release the breath for 4, and then rest in the goodness for 4. Together, let's inhale. Hold the breath. Relax the jaw and sigh it out. And receive the goodness. Again, into the low belly, expanding the low belly, dropping that breath nice and deep. Hold it there. And exhale, relax the jaw, sigh it out. And relax into the goodness. In through the low belly, now up through and to the rib cage, expanding the sides of the body. Hold it there. And without collapsing the body, relax the jaw, release the sound. And settle into the goodness. In through the low belly, up through the rib cage, we've expanded the sides. Now let's send that breath into the front and the back. Hold it there. And sigh it out. In through the low belly, connecting low breath to mid breath, now allowing the breath to rise to the heart center. Hold it there. Center of the chest. And release the breath, release the sound, sigh it out. And relax. In through the low belly, up through the rib cage, up through and to the heart. Activating that heart chakra. Hold it there. And sigh it out. As we inhale and exhale all the way in and up, this time when we reach the top, close the lips, and when you're ready, exhale through the nose, slowing it way down. Count of 6 on the inhale, hold for 6, and exhale when you're ready for 6, and then relax. I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. I don't have to earn it. I don't have to be more worthy. I am open, and as I breathe, that goodness flows to me. I am open. And as my heart beats, I beat in the rhythm of God's goodness. I am open and receptive, and with each inhale and exhale, I know it more deeply. Beautiful, everyone. Let's send that energy into our feet, those same feet that have been grounded and rooted in the divinity of God. Relax the feet and send the energy up through the soles of the feet. Cross the ankles. Relax the ankles. Energy flowing across the shins and the calves. Relax the shins and the calves. Let that energy cross the knees. We bend, we allow more flexibility, more guidance in the goodness of God. Relax the knees. Let that energy flow across the thighs, the glutes, the hamstrings. Give yourself permission. Relax the thighs, the glutes, and the hamstrings. Go ahead and surrender the lower half of your body to the place where you are seated, knowing you are held. And from this place of relaxation and safety and comfort, allow that Kundalini, that energy, to magnify, amplify, and rise. As we inhale, exhale, and allow. Inhale, exhale, relax and allow. Our receptivity increases as we inhale, exhale, and allow. Energy flows in and up, and up, and up. Unobstructed, it flows out the crown of our head. And we become a beacon for more of God's goodness. Let it flow back down through the crown. Cross the third eye. Down the throat. Cross the shoulders. Down the arms. And out the fingertips. Go ahead and scan your body, and without judgment, in complete compassion, notice if there's any tension. Can you relax your forehead more? Relax behind the eyelids. As we prepare for our silent time, if the mind wanders, it is perfectly okay. It's just doing what the mind is designed to do. When you become aware, lovingly, gently bring it back to our affirmative thought. I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. Not some, but all. I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. We are open and receptive to all of God's goodness. You are open and receptive to all of God's goodness now. With our eyelids still closed, we continue to marinate in the goodness of God's love, its grace, its prosperity, its peace, however you define God's goodness. With our eyelids still closed, we remember that we can access this goodness very easily by affirming it for ourselves, by declaring and decreeing. And with our eyelids still closed, we know that this goodness cannot be taken from us. It is ours now and forever. Let us continue to remember, and if this week gets challenging, we affirm, I am open and receptive to all of God's goodness. In fact, let's bring that goodness back with us. If the palms are turned up, turn them down and go ahead and inhale. Draw the shoulders up by the ears, starting to slowly wake the body as we release the shoulder blades, nice and easy. Back and down. Inhale, expanding. Full breath in through the nostrils. Exhaling through the nostrils, releasing the shoulder blades back and down. And one more time, inhaling up. Exhaling, releasing the shoulder blades back and down. Bring the palms together at heart center. Lightly touch the thumbs into the sternum, a little bony ridge at the center of the chest. Bow the chin towards the fingertips, pausing to notice how energy continues to flow from the base of the neck all the way down the spine. Bowing in honor of the time we've given ourselves and that we've committed to together. Allow the eyelids to gently open, finding a soft resting place. Inhale, raise the chin, raise the gaze, release the breath, maintain the peace. Namaste.